I like the whole concept of connecting with Earth, because this Earth has done such a favor to me. It's been so gracious to me. I want to be gracious to this Earth as I leave it.
We want to go through a better portal, and we know that there's a connection that we're missing, but we're seeking a broader consensus of our place in the world.
And I believe that it invites me to feel like even though my body dies, it still lives because of how it goes back to the earth and sustains other lives.
I think we as Americans need to take a look and be open that there might be another way of doing this.
This seems very natural, and it seems like the way we need to go for a lot of reasons.
I am part of something else. Death is okay.
We obviously have some environmental externalities. We're compromising worker health. We're increasing embodied energy and all this concrete and metal that we're putting in the ground that's creating CO2 in the atmosphere and impacting climate change. We're creating toxification unnecessarily. So the environmental story is a powerful one. The Wirthlin Report, which is this industry-wide study that's done every 5 years, says the second biggest reason people choose to cremate is because they think cemeteries are a waste of land. In conventional cemeteries, you can argue that they're not serving as habitat when you have chem lawn and a lack of use of indigenous plants. You're not attracting wildlife. You're not doing the things that could be done.
We do a lot of urban design and master planning projects. What about sense of place, and what about creation of sacred space, which is a personal thing of mine. The place I have in West Texas, I'm building a rustic retreat center on that, which is about getting back into nature.
Conventional burial just didn't fit in for me. It seems more like what my mother and my parents and their parents had no other alternative to. For me, none of it felt right.
With conventional burial, the thing that I see most harmful is just the toxins and the value we put on preserving the body, even though it's 6 feet underground. The money we spend just to preserve that body that no one will ever see again is just astonishing. I would never want to burden my parents spending $5, $10, $15, $20,000 to preserve my body for a day so people can mourn what's not even me.
Underlying all of this, really, to me, is that we're a people that are afraid to deal with the whole issue of death. So if we look at our high school friend who died of an aneurysm in their coffin and they look like they could wake up any minute, then we're prolonging the natural grief process, and the dead body is, to me, much more validation that the person who that was is not there anymore than somebody whose face is pink because it's filled with a chemical.
For For this country, Poland bombing and conventional burial, the way it is today, was born out of the Civil War. When the northern kids came down here and fought and got killed in the South, the families wanted to see their kids one more time before they were laid to rest. When Abe Lincoln, who was really the last of the Civil War casualties, was assassinated, they embalmed him, and they spent months getting him back from the Ford Theater in D.C. to Springfield, Illinois, to bury him in his final resting place. And they stopped on the train in many, many, many cities, and they opened the coffin, and Abe looked just like he did when people saw him in person. So what I believe is it sort of glorified and just made the body preserved exactly the way it was in real life, and it looked asleep instead of dead. And so people wanted that. And out of that was born today's conventional funeral industry. I don't want to make conventional burial wrong. It's what we're doing today in America. What I believe is that there might be another choice. And the other choice might be natural burial.